Would you like to be a guest on our podcast, Linking to the Afterlife? I will link you to a loved one in the world of spirit or one of your past lives. This is a free reading, and we are scheduling right now. Send us an email, linkingpodcast@gmail.com, and I will send you all the information. Thank you. Hi, this is Donna, psychic medium and direct messenger for spirit. If this is your first episode, welcome. I invite you to listen to previous episodes where I link my guest with their loved one in the world of spirit. What started as one thing is morphing into so much more, not just for my guest, but for all of us. Thank you for listening. Hi there, how are you today?
Good, Donna. How are you?
I'm very good. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is just close our eyes together. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just letting go of everything we brought before this moment. A little softening from the head to the toes. And an opening of the heart and the mind. Would you state your first name and the phrase, "It's a beautiful day"?
Katie, it's a beautiful day.
Thank you, Katie. You can open your eyes now. Now state the first name of the loved one that you'd like to link with today.
Mary.
Was Mary a masculine personality? Maybe she was a little bit stronger, a little bit more, got to get these things done.
Yes.
More business typey person. Would that make sense to you with regard to Mary? She's talking at me, but not talking to me, like barking orders at people and things around me. Would you say that she wasn't very, let's get down to the meat of the matter and talk about your feelings sort of person?
Yes.
Yes. And was she a barking of orders type of person?
Yes, she had a lot of people around her where she was the matriarch of.
I don't feel she was very elderly.
Mm-hmm.
She might have been a little bit older, but I don't feel any physical challenges in her body. Would that make sense?
A little bit. She was sick when she passed.
But was she not that sick for long, or did she not complain about physical symptoms?
I think she just didn't complain about it.
I'm feeling something pretty full in my stomach, colon, lower lungs. Any of that making sense to what she had going on?
Yes. Yep.
First, she's showing me the way she was. And then just so you can get confirmation I have this person. And then we'll get into some other things. Okay.
Yep.
I feel when she found out she was sick, again, I don't know what she has, but when she found out, she wasn't very happy about it. She was maybe disgruntled. I'm like, that's a good word, hon. And she's like, no, it was like she maybe shut up a little bit more because she didn't want to talk about it. Would that make sense?
I think so. But she wouldn't have talked to me about it. I was probably too young to be somebody to confide in.
Okay, so you're not too sure of what she did to other people around her, but
yes.
Okay, confirming that at least she didn't talk to you about it. But I'm going to go with the fact that she was a little angry.
That would make sense.
Because she's like pouting in front of me right now. She's got her arms crossed after she started talking about her illness. I got a couple things going on here. Number one, does someone have a pin of hers?
Like a brooch pin?
Like a brooch pin, but it would have a pin attached to it. Like you might wear it on your lapel or your shirt.
That's possible. Somebody has hers. Also, she's very proud of being Irish, and I had a 4-leaf clover on my pregnancy pillow. Just this whole last pregnancy I had.
And was it a pin?
It was a pin, yeah, that I had pinned on my pillow.
Oh, okay. Let's go with that. The pin.
Okay.
I don't feel she's come through that much. Have you ever had a reading with her before where she's come through? Yes or no?
No.
I just feel she's very young in the world of spirit, meaning either she didn't get the memo about, oh, let's go and take some classes, let's figure out how to communicate with the physical world, or she just didn't believe in that. She didn't believe that when she died, there was something more. Was she pretty harsh when it came to something like that?
Yes, possibly. She was kind of scorned by the church, which if she related it to that, she may have not connected at all.
I would agree with that. Do you know she was also a stickler, like her manicures? She always had to have her either her nails short or filing, or maybe went to the manicure pedicure place a lot. Would that be correct?
She always had the nail file next to her rocking chair.
Well, there's confirmation for that. She's like bringing me around the bend with all these statements, which again, I'm just telling you, this is reminding me of souls in the non-physical world that just aren't so great at getting the message across.
Yep.
And it's not an easy thing to do in the first place. They're not just going to say, I always had a nail file by my chair.
Yes.
She like brings me around to try to get that. But I'll agree with that, the nail thing. I definitely feel family. She's related to you, either mother or grandmother. But I also don't feel that I'm going to pick you up, give you a nice big hug because I love you that much.
She is my grandmother. I think she showed her love in more like acts of service.
Okay, but agree or disagree? She wasn't the sort of person that picked you up and said, love you so much.
No, she wasn't.
Thank you. That's what I needed. Okay, I agree 100%. She did have a lot going on, though. I'm seeing I loved animals. I loved ice cream. I loved the trees. She's like showing me all this stuff that she loved. I'm like, that sounds like a busy life. Would that make sense to you, Katie?
Yes.
Do you know, does she like ice cream?
She loved the Schwann's man.
Literally what I was seeing was ice cream.
Yep.
Out
Yep.
of that guy's truck had his ice cream on it. That's funny. Okay, we figured out we have you, Mary. Let's see what else you have to say. She was very proud of her name. Did someone else share her name? Someone else in the family? A version of her name?
A couple different people do.
Have her name.
Mm-hmm.
She's very proud of that name.
Yeah.
I would only venture to say that she's very proud of her name, meaning it went to so many people. You see, Donna, you see? But she's not even saying my name. She's not really talking to me yet.
Okay.
Again, that's just because she's a little bit younger. Though I feel she's been there a while, she's just a little bit younger. Would that make sense?
Yes.
She's been in the spirit world for a bit.
Yes.
So her father, I'm sure he's not around yet still, but her father, which would be your great grandfather,
Yes.
your great grandfather, he was waiting for her. Was he there when she crossed? He was already in the world of spirit?
He was already in spirit.
Yes, so he was waiting there for her, open arms. She didn't expect that. So that would say to me, maybe they had a little falling out. Do you know if that was true?
I don't know that.
Okay, so she was surprised, I'll say,
Mm-hmm.
when
Mm-hmm.
she got there, as he's like, I love you, come on, here we go. I don't feel she was willing to accept that love in that moment, which would make sense because remember, we already talked about how she was in this physical world, that wasn't her typical MO. And I'm sure she got that from her father. Did you know that about their relationship?
Not specifically, but considering their lives, I can see how that's true.
Okay.
Just Irish, hardworking, that kind of lifestyle.
Okay, I get it. And I just feel like still, though, she had this spiritual piece to her. She just didn't know what to do with it. So I hear you when you said before that she was shunned by the church or she didn't agree, and that would have caused that when she got there. But I also feel there was this piece of her that really wanted to be accepted by, I'll call it spirit, accepted by what she thought, she believed. Would that make sense?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I want to talk to her now about how I can help her in this time because I do feel because she hasn't moved along
Mm-hmm.
in this reading, I do feel she's kind of stuck in that. No good, bad, right, or wrong. She's like in this place where it makes perfect sense to her that that's where she would be, still feeling shunned by we'll say the Lord. I don't know what she called it, but I'm feeling the Lord.
Sure.
I'm going to tell her, like I'm talking to her while I talk to you, it's all okay,
Yes.
that there is only love in the world of spirit. And there's nothing that you could have done in the physical world that would say what you deserve, how you deserve to be treated in the non-physical world. Nothing. I feel there's a piece of her that really doesn't regret some things that she did, said, acknowledged when she was in the physical world, but I feel that she feels shame regarding that. You agree with that?
Yes. Yep.
I'm not exactly sure what it is because she's keeping it so close to her. She doesn't want to just spit it out. Would that make sense?
Yes.
I want her to give me more. Could you do me a favor? Could you just say to her right now, hey, whatever you called her, it's whatever she called you, it's okay to accept the love. Can you say that to her right now?
Yep. Grandma, it's Katie. And it's okay to accept the love.
I'm getting goosebumps. That's really tough for her. She was a tough woman, wasn't she?
Yeah.
And I'm saying to her, do you see what is lying on Katie's chest right now? Katie, she can't see that because she's so caught up in her. And I'm going to get her. We're going to get her to turn and look. We're going to do that right now.
Okay.
I'm going to send Mother Mary. And she's already refusing this, but I'm going to send Mother Mary over anyway and let Mother Mary do what she needs to do. Mother Mary, all about love, all about unconditional love, all about mother love. I feel that whatever Mary, oh, I just realized they both have the same name.
Yeah.
I just got that. That tells you how much I live in the present moment. I feel that the things your grandmother had, her challenges in her own life as a child, were more with her father than her mother. Do you know if either her mother wasn't there, meaning she died young, or the mother left the father, or anything like that that happened when Mary, your grandmother, was growing up?
Not when she was growing up. I know her mom was alive when I was alive, so she didn't die young. I just don't know what their relationship was like.
Okay. I'm going to say it was more geared to father challenges, but that's only because mother was choosing not to do anything about it, was washing her hands of it.
Yeah.
So Mother Mary kind of creeping on. I got to say grandmother Mary and Mother Mary here. It's interesting. Before I said, I feel mother or grandmother figure. Mother Mary, grandmother Mary.
Mm-hmm.
So Mother Mary coming in, your grandmother still a little crouching your shoulders. Don't look at me. You can't see me. I don't want you to look at me. I'm kind of soothing her on the other side, going, it's okay. It's okay. You can keep in your head right now as I'm talking, just say, Grandma, it's okay. Grandma, accept the love. So she's looking a little bit now. She's looking like to her facing this way. So that would be to her left side, which is more that feminine side, that mother love side, that self love, caring side. She's looking that way at Mother Mary as Mother Mary comes toward her. Mother Mary not speaking, Mother Mary just emanating love, emanating acceptance, emanating worthiness. Do you see how that needs to filter in to your grandmother first?
Yes.
So we're allowing this to happen. We're breathing with everybody here. Just breathing, letting grandmother just keep saying, it's okay, it's okay. They're very close to me, very close to me in my head, giving me like this headache going on I have right now because they're so close. That just tells me they're so close to the 3D world, the physical world,
Okay.
which probably maybe someone in the physical world now could still be having some challenges with your grandmother, still stuck on some things that happened, still having some deep grief Is that making sense?
Yes.
So that tends to happen when the loved one who crossed is still floating close to the physical world. That I call it a velcro bond, because both these people, physical and non-physical, they remain stuck
Yeah.
to that energy, that vibration. So you feel that?
I feel that not with myself, but with my mom.
Yeah. Yeah. I was going there.
Hmm.
Lots of mothers here. While they're doing this work,
Hmm.
eventually your grandmother will go up.
Yes.
We'll call it ascend. It doesn't mean that we can't speak to her. It doesn't mean that she can't see us still. It just means that Velcro has to be broken by someone.
Yes.
She's turning toward Mother Mary, turning, because I don't want her to keep looking at me. Looking at me means the physical world. She's turning to Mother Mary, more non-physical world, more love entering her. She never really felt light though. She never felt like anything was waiting for her. Again, she's showing me there was just darkness in her perception of the afterlife, or whatever she called it. To her, it was darkness.
Hmm.
And I guess that would make sense the way she's showing me right now, where she is still.
Yeah.
Katie, no good, bad, right, or wrong.
Hmm.
That's why you were drawn here. That's why you stumbled upon the podcast. So this can happen. I have no doubt that someone in the non-physical world steered you to this moment. And I feel it's a fatherly figure. It's a male figure. Is your father in the physical world or non-physical world? Your father.
Physical,
Is his father in the non-physical world?
non-physical.
Yeah, your grandfather on your father's side. I feel he steered this conversation. Did he understand the dynamics of Grandma Mary?
I'm not sure because he passed a lot, like 20 years before she did.
So he's been watching this scene
Yes.
from the non-physical world.
Yes.
But I feel his vibration off in front of me to the left above me, which tells me, he's been there longer.
Yeah.
He's more of that ascended state. So he must have been watching this.
Yes.
And I see your father watching, but not being able to do anything. He didn't have words to say. He had comfort, but he didn't have explanations. He didn't have how to fix it. Do you understand that better?
Yes.
And again, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Grandma Mary was very intense. And I have her right close to me. I have her very close to me. And I had to push her away a little bit. We're going to let Mother Mary and your grandmother Mary do some work together. I keep watching while I'm talking to see if it'll happen right here, right now. But because I think she's been there so long, there's a lot with her. There's just a lot that she not needs to let go of, because I feel she wants to let go of it. She just didn't know how. She didn't know how to move beyond this version of herself. Does that make sense?
Yep.
I want to listen to you for just a moment while they do some work. So how's this resonating with you?
This makes sense to me because it feels like however grandma is stuck, that it plays out in the way maybe my mom is stuck, or even some of the challenges that I have. So I feel like if grandma can move through this and move more into spirit, that it will allow like my mom to heal, and it will like allow myself to heal. It just feels like somehow we're all just sort of tied down into what she's going through.
What she went through,
Yeah.
what she still perceives as who she is.
Yeah.
And my goal as a medium is to do the best I can with moving someone through that perception, because she is soul, she is light, she is oneness in the soul form. And recognizing that, recognizing that you can now continually say to her in your head out loud, hey, looking a lot brighter there now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Accept the love, accept this expansion, accept this love of self, not just for us, but for her first, for your grandmother first, because you guys can change. But I have noticed over the 10 years of doing this work that it doesn't help when the person that crossed is still feeling that.
Sure.
There is some bond that has to break. That's why I use that word velcro, because velcro is easy to pull apart instead of like a brick wall or glued together,
Sure.
or having to, break a cord or something. It's just watching velcro be torn apart. Very simple, but it has to come from both ends sometimes. If one end isn't anchored, right? If one end's anchored, I can easily pull the velcro off.
Yeah.
But if both ends are still in that state, it's really hard for one person, because this is interesting view in my head, because when one person starts to pull away, the other one that has the velcro keeps going with them.
Yes.
That makes perfect sense now. I see that a lot. I've been talking about velcro for how many years? I see it now a lot clearer. Thank you, Grandma Mary. So you see, even now I'm getting a little bit more softness from her. This didn't come from Mother Mary. This came from your grandmother. She's showing me her vision. She's showing me her image of her attachment to this Velcro. All of you should feel a little lighter. Does that mean it's going to go away tomorrow? Maybe, maybe not. There's still work to be done because all of you grew up in this atmosphere.
Okay.
But it's a little bit easier now when you acknowledge what something happened or something you thought, and you acknowledge, oh, that's not reality. That's what I learned. And now the Velcro is separating.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like this too. When you separate yourself from the Velcro, you're also putting yourself in a higher perspective now. So you're not looking at the other person who you're Velcro to when something happens. As you Velcro apart, as you pull apart, it causes your soul to say, oh, I see that now. Oh, I understand that now. It's a great image, is it not?
That's a perfect image.
Beautiful image. And I want to say, one of the first times I recognized this as Donna the medium, I'm like, wow, that's really good, guys. Thank you. I'm giving kudos to your Grandma Mary, because I think it's important for us to do that so that she is aware that what she's doing is affecting not just her.
Mm-hmm.
She helped me, and she's going to be continually helping you and your mother also. Do you understand?
Yes.
And the lovely child that's laying on you right now. Right? We don't want that to continue.
Right.
Would you like to say anything else about that movement of your grandmother Mary? Can you feel it when I said that? Did you sense that?
It feels a lot lighter. And in my mind, I'm seeing like the Velcro is somebody just standing up against a wall, staring at a wall. Stepping back, you can look around and see things. So that resonates with me as well.
That's beautiful imagery when you step back. So you understand how you can use it,
Yeah.
that imagery going forward. And your mom, we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
For this type of reading, I'm not going to go into that.
Mm-hmm.
But you can certainly help now that you know where it all comes from and how it was stuck. You can vibrate differently when you run up against your mother and your mother's stuff.
Yes.
It may not change her, because we're not here to change other people. We're here to help ourselves. And then in turn, that may help others.
Yeah.
But you can vibrate differently. That's what I'm looking at. That makes sense. Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
Mother Mary now has her arm around your grandmother, which tells me that she allowed that. She allowed her to get that close. That took a lot, because her arms were crossed in front of her chest, like, I'm not letting go here. But it's happening. It's happening, Katie. It's happening.
And Grandma Mary, her arms still crossed?
No,
Mm.
but She lets him down and then she does it again. Like she's not so sure.
Sure.
And then she's back. She's going back and forth, but she's facing a different direction now. She's not just staring at me. She's turned and faced that direction, going up, going forward.
Wonderful.
That is a wonderful thing. Mother Mary will be with her for a bit more. And all your grandmother Mary needs is our constant thank you for doing this.
Mm-hmm.
This is what you deserve. You are worthy. You are oneness. You are love. Making statements about this forward momentum that she has right now going on. It's really a reflection of what a lot of us on the earthly plane experience also, forward momentum. A soul is a soul is a soul is a soul, whether they're here in the physical world or in the non-physical world. And that's what I love about the work that I do, that it allows us to see that version of us, that mirror of who we are also as souls, because we're all one. We're all that Mary. We're all your grandmother Mary. We're all Mother Mary. So giving yourself a hug.
Yes.
When you feel no one else around you gives it, give it to yourself. I'd like to thank my guest today for allowing all of us to join in on their process, their journey. And I'd like to thank you for not only listening, but coming together in a oneness vibration. Thanks again.